here we're going to look at exponents, and particularly what's the difference if you have something in parentheses or not, or is there a difference between the way we treat these two? So picture an exponent. It's telling you how many times to multiply something by itself. So in this first example, notice how the exponent is on this entire thing because they grouped this entire thing together in parentheses. That's what parentheses are for, is grouping stuff together. So this definitely says -9 times itself twice, which negative times a negative gives us positive 81. So there, that one's simplified. All right, how is this one different? Well, if they wanted the negative to be attached to the 4, it would have to be in parentheses. Now, at first that seems weird because you think a negative can't stand on its own. It just feels like it needs to be attached to the 4. But this is 4 squared. The negative is on the outside of that. Something you can do to make that more obvious to yourself is think, well, when I see something that's a negative, that's like saying -1 times the number. If I write it out like this, it's more obvious that the negative can stand on its own. Also, think order of operations. I do the squared before I multiply by the negative. So order of operations, if this is really saying -1, and then 4 squared means 4 times 4. So the negative isn't part of the squared at all. So -1 times 4 ends up being -16. So if it's not in parentheses, the negative isn't part of the exponent. The exponent isn't on the negative.